Ruby, I think a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in the day to day, in the monotony of wake up, eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner, naps in between, that kind of
Definitely.
monotony,
Yep.
grinding basically, and not realize how far you've come as a
Mm-hmm.
person in growth developmentally and whatnot. But there are some moments that really just, I don't know, they just click, and you're like, wow, I've really come a long way. And the reason why I'm kind of getting into this kind of deep, reflective talk is because I had one of these moments recently, actually, believe it or
Oh,
not.
okay.
Um,
Wow.
I don't know if you're familiar with fruit cups. Are you familiar with fruit cups?
I am actually.
Yeah, so I had one of those recently, and really I haven't had one since probably third grade or so. And in particular, I'm talking about, well, peach cubes here.
Sure.
Delectable, fantastic, great
Yeah.
snack. I don't know why I've let them go. But what I remember about them most from second grade is not necessarily the taste, because it's the taste of a peach. I mean, I've had that many times. That's been overwritten.
Yeah. No kidding.
But it's the difficulty with which, hold on, okay, the difficulty it takes. No, that's not right either. How difficult it is to open these cups and
Sure.
not spill. In third grade, or second grade actually, for some reason I have a very specific memory of opening one of these fruit cups.
Wow.
And yes, second grade. And I don't know if I had early onset Parkinson's or what, but I was always
Maybe.
spilling the juice. I could not open up this thing without spilling the juice. And I'm proud to say I'm past that point now.
So you're telling me,
Yeah.
let me just get this straight
Sure.
for the
Absolutely.
listeners at
Yeah,
home.
rehash it.
You're telling me that, back in the day had a little bit of trouble opening up these fruit cups,
Yes.
but in your recent endeavor, seamless, flawless
Yes,
even.
multiple
That's
times. I mean, I've opened up
multiple
probably five fruit cups,
Wow.
almost a half dozen, and no spills on any of them. So I think it's just really humbled me on that. I've grown. I think a lot of that is kind of in dexterity and in strength. Despite being a lanky boy, I am
You're just a
able to
little more
open a peach
capable
cup.
than a second grader.
yes,
second grade
yes.
Nathan, for that matter.
Yeah, forget Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I want
Are You
Stronger Than a
Than a
Second Grader?
Second
I mean,
Grader?
that would be a great show.
I gotta tell you, if you're going on Are You Stronger Than a Second Grader, not winning, you're probably going to reevaluate your life.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to phone a friend. Actually, I need some help.
Can I'm using one of my lifelines.
Yeah. Say, I'd like
Can
to.
I go against a first grader?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I would like to lower the. Yeah, I realized I did become a millionaire. Then it's been a while since I've watched Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. All right. Was that Jeff Foxworthy? Did he host that?
I'm not sure actually.
I don't think so. Maybe.
I'm not sure if it's still running. To be honest, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think.
Too many people were smarter than a fifth grader. They must.
Or
have.
I mean, no more fifth graders. They grew up. They're
No.
sixth graders now.
That's a
They
good
can't
point. I
use
didn't
the
think about
pads.
it. Yeah, they must had to rebrand or something.
Yeah. So, Are You Stronger Than a Second Grader? March 12th.
I would say I am,
No. That was me announcing that I'm going on.
and that's me announcing I'm going to be on the show as one of the.
Oh,
first
okay.
contestants.
Excellent.
Not as a second grader.
Well, I'll see you there. I'm actually the second grader, so.
All right. Well, one lanky boy versus another, and we'll see who comes out on top. Maybe
And-
we
and-
could do like
Yeah.
alarm clock themed intro music.
That was.
Not like
Okay.
that.
That
but
actually
like
reminds me. Let's see. It would have been 2 summers ago. I don't know what was my issue. I think I was struggling to get up. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in my life.
Hold on, you were struggling to wake up in the morning.
Yes, believe it. I'm just
No,
I'm zany
no.
like that.
Whoa.
Say,
Okay, well, you're not gonna believe this, but today actually
Yeah.
struggled to get out of bed in the morning.
no. You're kidding me. No, but I I was like, okay, what? It's so easy to wake up. Think about it. It's so easy to wake up, like when your mom wakes you up. Like think back to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, all of those, and your mom
Sure.
is getting you up. I wake up instantly. Actually, this just today, I woke up to my mom ringing the doorbell.
So okay, so it's even now. Yeah.
But no. So I'm like, all right, let's try to emulate this, but not with my mom's voice, with my voice. Let's try to wake, because I figure the common denominator here is hearing the voice of another human, or the same human in this case.
Okay.
Like the sounds you get used to, and they're like,
Yeah.
this isn't, I don't have any urgency. It's not even urgency. I feel like the benefit is that you wake up naturally. And so I'm like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record a message of my voice and set it as my alarm.
Okay.
Because, and for some reason, I did this on the highest stakes day. It was the first day of my internship. And so I'm like,
Wow.
all right, here's what I'm going to do. I record a voice message. I'm going to try to see if I can find it so you can enjoy it as well.
Gotcha.
It's still set as the alarm sound for one of my alarms. And the reason why I'm going to struggle to find it is because I don't know which one it's on.
Okay.
But
Nice.
every time, like every so often, it's pretty early in the morning, so I don't hit it every day. But every so often, I'll need to set it for that time. And so I'll set it. And then I'll be like, what is going on? what am I doing
Well,
right now?
who is talking right now?
Yes, exactly. So,
This guy sounds really annoying.
yeah. Oh, gosh. Turn it off. I hate
Just
the
get
sound
that
his
out of
voice.
here.
It's so great to just be so surprised when you're waking up, because every time that I set it, again, it's so infrequent that I forget that it even exists. Like I don't recognize it, or I don't realize it when I'm setting my alarm. And so I'll wake up, I'll emulate it for you from what I remember.
Okay.
And it's so quiet. Like it goes, all right, Nathan, it's time to get up. First day of work tomorrow. Big day, gotta get up, man. Gotta get up. It's so bad. But it's such a such a gem. It's a treasure. So
Almost ASMR-esque.
it is ASMR-esque. The thing, and luckily I do wake up to it, which is honestly surprising because again the volume level is so low
Sure.
that I am shocked, honestly. So you're not an ASMR guy.
I am not an ASMR guy. I don't like hearing a lot of things. And when it comes to stuff that's designed to sort of stimulate the ear, that just seems a little wrong to me. It seems a little too scientific, in my opinion, for like noises coming into my ears. Like I don't want sounds specifically designed to make me okay, this sounds bad because most sounds are specifically designed to make you feel a certain way.
Sure.
But-
Music especially.
Music especially, but music is sort of more emotional. ASMR is kind of like it's supposed to sort of relax you physically in a way, or sort of affect your physical state. This
It
is
is.
sort of how I've always interpreted it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if it's right or correct in any way, but that sort of puts me on edge a little bit.
The
I don't
opposite.
know.
You feel the opposite of relaxed.
So ASMR would actually make me feel very uncomfortable, which is why sort of when you were doing that, I was kind of like, maybe cut it out.
Yeah.
On the point of like having your mom wake you up,
Okay.
as you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
that has been, like I said, I had trouble waking up this morning,
Okay.
but it's more than that. Recently, I was, as you know, I wear contacts.
Okay. I do know this.
On occasion,
You've got a little bit of
I'll
a
throw out the
stiggy.
glasses.
Astigmatism.
I do. I have as it's scientifically known, an astigmatism
Yes.
in my left eye, actually.
So you've got
My
weighted
right eye is all
contacts.
good.
I still. I mean, you're gonna have to show me those one time.
They
I'm sure
are-
they're quite the sight to see.
Yeah, they're very interesting. So the thing about contacts for astigmatisms is they are weighted, and there's a specific way that you kind of put them into your eye, where you sort of line up this mark on the contact, you put it into your eye, and if it's not aligned quite right, it'll actually slide in your eye, like due to the weight
That does
of the
not sound
contact. Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me recently, because it is a little discomforting. if you put it in right, it won't slide all that much.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, I was looking through my supply of contacts
Okay.
and realized I was running a bit low.
Yeah.
Drastically low, actually.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, I need to go to the eye doctor, basically, get some new contacts. My prescription has probably changed. My eyes have gotten progressively worse over time. It's a whole thing. So I call up my mom, and I'm like, hey, do you know if I have like an appointment scheduled at the eye doctor?
Sure.
And she's all like, I can't schedule those for you anymore.
She's all like, I can't do
She's
that.
like,
It's like, okay, Mom, you're
you
such
are
a
an
jokester.
adult. Funny, Mom, but like I'm running out of contacts. Like I need.
Mom, this is serious.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I won't be able to see anything. And she said, no, seriously, I can't schedule those for you
Sure.
anymore.
She doubled down.
Yeah, because you are an adult. And I said, oh yeah, I guess I am.
Right.
And that was sort of when it hit me of, if she didn't schedule that, she probably didn't schedule any of the other ones either. So now I'm going through.
That's some good deductive logic.
Now I'm going through my thoughts like, when was the last time I went to the dentist?
Yeah.
And when was the last time I went to the doctor's office?
Sure.
All those. So I'm still figuring those out. But
Yeah.
I did get an appointment for the eye doctor. And I went to the eye doctor because now my mom can't even come with me. So now I'm like doing this all by myself.
Dang.
Kind of nervous. Like, it's my first time here by myself.
I've never
Can
done
you
this
help me out a
before.
little? Like,
Yeah. So
basically.
can you
And
be
they're
my
like-
mom real quick? I don't.
It's like, hey, I walk in, say, hey, I'm here. She hands me the
Say,
secretary.
It's me.
It's me, basically. It's like, don't you recognize me? I was
Say-
here like a year ago.
And can I get a name for the appointment?
Yeah.
Say, Brian. Brian? Okay.
The funny thing about that is I have to spell out my last name every time. Because
That is
of-
funny, but that is also understandable, considering
It is funny and understandable, and frankly very inconvenient for me.
Sure.
But
Gotta
I do all
remember
that.
those letters.
Yeah, I mean, it was A-H-R... No, wait.
Wait.
So, she hands me the paperwork. You can fill this out in the interior waiting room. I was like, whoa. Normally you don't go in there until you're ready.
Yeah.
So
I'm not ready.
I have 2 pages of paperwork to fill out. She's like,
Yeah.
just go on in there. They'll be right with you.
Yeah.
That's my voice for the secretary.
Sure.
And I go in there. I'm like, I hope they're not ready because I'm writing down my name on
Yeah.
the worksheet
Yeah.
or whatever. I called it a worksheet like I'm in
On
elementary
my
school. Like,
homework.
I was like, hold on, I don't remember.
They actually gave
this
me
from
times
class.
tables, believe it or not. I don't know why they needed that, but
This patient information sheet, basically. I'm literally filling out my name.
Yeah.
And the lady comes up, she's like, we're ready for you. I'm like, whoa.
say, look, ready is a two-way street, all right? And I'm not ready for you yet.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
what
going to need you
she's
to
like.
hold on.
Don't worry about the paperwork. You'll have plenty of time later.
That's what they all say.
First lie of the day.
Oh!
All right.
Did they give
First
two
lie of
truths
the day.
yet?
Can I? No.
Okay.
There were no truths given. Can I mention that this was at 4 p.m.
Okay.
So
In
we're on a
the-
tight timetable.
in the afternoon?
In the afternoon,
Okay.
if you'll believe it. 4 p.m. in the afternoon. We're on a tight schedule here to make it out of here by 5. I don't want to keep them past their scheduled hours.
It's very considerate of you.
Yeah, and also I don't want to be here for longer than an hour.
You might get locked in, frankly.
Exactly.
I mean, they're like, hey,
That
I'm,
was
still,
always-
I'm trying to fill out my
always
paperwork.
like, whoa, you guys just dilated me.
yeah.
So-
Hey, you do not believe what they did to me.
We do all this stuff, all the classic stuff. Test your eyes, get your contacts checked or whatever. We get to this part where they take your eye pressure. I don't know if you've ever done this.
I've done it. Yeah. I've been to the eye doctor. I've actually been to the eye doctor recently, so I can
Really? Okay.
I can
so you
kind
know all
of
about
relate
this.
to your experience here. Without
Okay.
my mom, yeah.
Well, without your mom.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So maybe this happened to you. They took this thing that checks your eye pressure. It's basically the thing that kind of tickles your eye, right? Right eye goes great, fantastic,
Incredible.
not a problem.
They say it's the best
Like
they've ever done,
they're like,
frankly.
yeah, they're like pressure, amazing,
Yeah.
incredible. And I said, wow, okay, well, let's get the left eye. I'm sure it's even better.
Yeah. Say. Yeah.
She tries to use the machine. This little, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
like
an eye
it's like
doctor.
a filament. It's just
Yeah,
like I've never seen it because you don't see it when they ambush you on it. But
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of filament. I don't know what's going on. But
I'm not an optometrist. I don't
if you're an
proclaim to be
optometrist,
one.
let us know what's going on.
Yeah, please leave a review
Yeah,
because I
exactly.
want to know what was happening to my eye. She holds it up my eye and then it flashes red. I'm like, oh, that can't be good. So she's like, oh,
Usually,
this
yeah,
happens.
historically, that
This,
does not mean.
yeah, it's like this happens sometimes. I'll fix it. She kind of dabs some rubbing alcohol on it, fixes it or whatever. Supposedly fixes it. It
Yeah.
happens again.
Is this your
It-
eye or the machine? Is your eye
on the
flashing?
machine? She did not.
It's
She was like,
it does
"What?"
this sometimes.
Oh, she's like, wow. Can I just say that there was a person that came in here before and his eye did that too?
Yeah. 2 in one day. Unbelievable.
This machine just would not take my eye pressure. Finally, she just takes me back to the room where we started. And she's like, we're just going to put this thing in
exterior
timeout.
waiting room?
No, sorry.
EWR?
Not in the exterior waiting room.
Oh,
She
interior
took me
waiting
to a side room for the eye pressure. Took
Oh,
me
okay.
back to the other room.
IWR. Gotcha.
She's like, we're putting this thing in a timeout. We're going to do some other stuff now.
the
timeout
Is she talking about you? We're
Yeah.
gonna put this thing in the timeout.
I sat there like, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry.
Sure.
The timeout lasted about 10 seconds. And then she picks it up again and tries again. Finally, she gets my eye pressure. Moving on, the eye doctor comes in and he's like, I don't know why I said it like the eye doctor.
the eye
I went a little,
doctor.
yeah, the eye
you know
doctor,
what?
come on. And this guy was like, so he said, do you want to do the photos or the dilation? I don't know if you've been given this choice before. The photos is this photo machine. It takes photos of the back of your eye.
Yeah.
And you
I've
can
done
do it
this.
instead of doing dilation. And he's like, it's faster and it's quicker and
It's quite convenient.
faster and quicker.
I speak from experience. Way
And
more comfortable.
also it's $40 more and
Yeah.
it's quick
We're not
and it's
gonna
more
talk about that.
convenient.
They're
And I was like,
upcharging you.
I was like,
My gosh.
whoa, $40
Say, hold
for
the phone.
you to take pictures of my eye?
Say.
I'm doing the dilation.
I don't give my
And
pictures out for more than more than
I
5
s-
Gs.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I said, I'm doing the dilation, and that was the wrong answer to do.
Ooh. You did it manually.
Yeah,
So,
I did. I dilated
I think I can
my own
handle
eyes.
this, guys.
We finished the dilation, so now my eyes are super dilated.
Yeah.
And you remember how how the lady said, you're going to have all this time later to fill out this paperwork.
I do remember that.
Well, now it's later, and I can't see anything in front of me. So I have all of these fields to fill out on this form, and I can't read any of them.
You're just guessing.
So
It's
I'm
like,
just sort of like,
gee, it
this
would be
looks
nice
like,
to have a mother here right now.
this looks like social security number.
Yeah,
Jot
yeah.
that down. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess that up.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, why do they need to know all this stuff anyway? What are they, my eye doctors?
Yeah, come on.
And he hands me a couple other documents, and dude, I have no idea what these say.
Look, I think I've only had my eyes dilated maybe once or so. I'm pretty sure I could see.
You can
Okay.
definitely see, but the problem is you can't see things that are close to you. They're very
Ah.
blurry
So you gotta-
because there's
you
so
gotta-
much light coming into your eyes.
That's such a classic, like...
sort of unfocused.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I had to do is I sort of had to hold the papers away from me and be like, yeah, that's definitely my insurance company right there.
Yeah,
and
that's it,
my horoscope. What?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't...
And,
I don't remember them doing that.
So I have these documents with me that they handed to me as I'm leaving, and I don't know what they say still. I get home because since I'm in Omaha. I mentioned last episode. I'm from there, so I visited my mother,
Okay.
who couldn't come with me to the appointment.
Yeah. Refuse
And
to come.
I just said, I don't want these papers. Like, can you just take these and like
Sure.
do what you will with them?
And she
she's like-
goes, you're an adult?
she takes them and she's looks through them and she's like, I don't see your prescription here. And I'm like, my prescription? Like, what do
Yeah.
you mean? Like, oh, did you not ask them to give that to you? You have to ask if you want them to give you. I was like, dude, I must have slipped my mind. I did not ask them. And even if they had given it to me, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I can't see that. I'll tell you what, I'm with you 1,000%. I'm with you
Sure.
10 times the normal amount, the daily
10
recommended
times.
value.
Wow.
Because, like I mentioned, I went to the eye doctor recently without my mother,
Okay.
or father, actually. Believe it or not, I don't know
Nice.
if your father was there, but
No, he wasn't.
okay. No, but I went to the eye doctor, and yeah, so similar situation. I'll start from the top because I've got a couple things here. First, I also dodged getting the pictures taken in my eye, but I tell you what, you should come to my place because they're only charging $25 for that, I think.
Wow.
So your place is really upcharging you. Do not
It
go
is.
to Ryan Ruby's optometrist.
Do not. Do not go there.
But if you're a Ryan Ruby's optometrist listening, hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
No.
thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Leave a review, please. Tell us how that eye pressure thing works.
Yeah.
If you could.
So I got my eye pressure taken. No timeout needed. I'm just built different. But what they did do is they've got two machines. So one, and this is like on a Instagram post or something where it's like, only people with bad eyesight will know this. Okay, it's like, have you seen the picture of the barn?
Yeah.
That machine?
Definitely.
Yeah. They do that test first. Well, first they have me take out my contacts.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm looking at this barn through this machine. You should really go to the eye doctor if you don't know what I'm talking about because you're missing out.
You're missing out.
No, and then they go to the second machine. Now this machine is quickly becoming my arch nemesis. They describe it as, so this machine, we're going to do one eye at a time, and what we're looking at here is we're checking for blind spots in your vision. So, I get into the headset here, locked in, and they have like a cover that makes it so that you really can only see out of one eye. They were telling the truth about that. So,
Okay, one truth.
One truth. Yeah, we're up to one. And so I'm looking at a white background with a black dot in the middle. And they're like, all right, so you're going to look at that black dot, and anytime you see movement in the screen, you're just going to click this button. I've got like a little clicker attached. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what is wrong with me. But taking my results from this machine, you would think I've got only blind spots. You think I cannot see at all. Because I'm in this, and I'm looking, and I do not see anything. I do not see any squiggles because...
Wow.
Okay, that's not exactly true. I'll see one here and there, and basically it looks like a mirage. It doesn't even look like it's changing at all. It just looks like it's wiggling a little bit, which I guess makes it sound like I have nothing to say. But these things, I'm seeing them so few and far between that I'm not staying on the black dot at all. I'm wandering all over that sucker, and I'm not seeing anything. I don't know.
Where are they?
I am actively searching for these, and I can't find them. Like I can't see a thing. And so at this point, I'm just guessing. I'll just guess. Like I think that was some movement. I don't know. So that's on my right eye. And then they switch. You got to do both eyes. My left eye. On my right eye, again, I'm saying like I can see like something. It's like, is that movement? Is that what they're talking about? On my left eye, I'm not seeing anything. I don't see. It's
totally blind.
It's looking exactly the same. So I'm leveling with this. I don't know, like nurse practice, not nurse. I don't know what it is at the optometrist. I'm like, look, I'm not seeing anything. I don't. So I think she helped me out. She fudged the results a little bit. And, it's like, well, you're probably fine.
You mean you saw 4 squiggles, right?
Yeah,
that's what you said.
Look, I know, I got you hooked up.
Yeah.
So that was
I gotta admit, I have not used this machine that you're describing.
Yeah.
I think for finding the blind spots, we just did sort of the old finger test, sort of like how many fingers you see over here.
See, and the thing with that is I do see the fingers on that one. So I can see fingers in my vision.
You're like, that's 3 fingers right there.
I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing movement.
Yeah.
All right. If that was the machine, that'd be great. I'd be set.
You could just boom, boom.
But
2
that's
fingers.
not the machine. And frankly, it's kind of a horror story. Most people, hate going to the dentist. It's getting so that I'm hating going to the eye doctor because
I gotta say I wasn't a fan of my experience either.
Well, sure.
Kind of with you there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might bite the bullet, just pay the $40 next time.
Yeah, I would recommend. I mean, $40. What's that going to otherwise? I mean,
probably a lot of things.
I don't know, like 5 to 3 meals, depending on how far you stretch it.
Exactly.
So not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Or you could drive all the way down to Kansas City, spend about $40 on gas at least.
Yeah.
And
And
get
then
it for
eat your
25
food.
bucks. So you'd save a little bit of money there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, anyway, where I was going to say I agree with you with 10 times the daily recommended value is because they completely switched up the ending on me.
Okay.
Usually I love in books, in movies, whatever, I like a surprise ending. Usually in my optometrist visits, I'm not as much of a fan, believe it or not. And so usually like they take you to another location, a secondary location.
Yeah. Not good.
They say, yeah, you never follow that. No.
No.
This time they decided to wrap it up all in the waiting room. And so I'm waiting to be like, all right, I need to go get my prescription and all that. And well, she's like, and are you going to be buying glasses today? And I said, no. And that might be where I went wrong. Maybe they would have been more forthcoming with me if I had agreed to
Sure.
pay. But I'm like, well, no, can I just get like a quote for contacts? Or contacts, that's what it was. Can I get a quote?
Yeah.
Because usually you can find better deals online. But like just in case. And so she's just pulling up the calculator app. And I thought she was going to write it down. But I'm like, all right, no, I can do that. I'll take notes on my phone, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so in that kind of confusion of what's even going on here, I also did not ask for a prescription. So that
It's how they get you.
it is how they get you. It's how they get me to call up less than 30 minutes after I leave and say, hey,
Sure.
I was just there. Do you think you could give me my prescription? Thank you.
Yeah. I have yet to call back and ask for my prescription. And I also have a reminder here on my phone that I've just sort of been not for the prescription, actually. It's actually to call the dentist's office and
Sure.
set up an appointment with them.
Yep.
Can I also say,
You can.
I was going to call the doctor, set up an appointment with them, trying to just hit all my bases
For sure.
right off the get-go. But then I remembered that my doctor told me last time I was there, he said, you don't have to come back for another, and he said it like this. He's like, let's say 5 years.
Whoa!
And I said, wait a second.
5 years.
5 years.
Oh my gosh.
I said, how do you... Sorry, Doc, can we just back it up a sec? How do you know... Like, how are you that sure?
And he did
that
seem
I'll
very
be-
sure by that.
And he was like, maybe
blah, 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 blah,
5,
blah.
4, 3, 4, 5.
I would say
Let's
anywhere
say-
between, I don't know, 6 months and 60 years. I don't know,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range.
How are you that sure that I'll be okay for
Yeah.
that long?
So,
Like, that seems like a really long time. And, it's not like he said that to never come back if you're feeling unwell.
Sure.
But he also didn't say...
that would be a red flag from a doctor.
Yeah, he's-
Say,
he
if you're
also
feeling
didn't say-
bad, just suck it up, dude. What are you,
Yeah, he's
what
like,
are you
"Yeah,
doing?
well,
Feeling
don't-
pain?
I really don't
okay.
want to see you again.
Yeah.
So, but he also didn't say, come back soon. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking he doesn't like me very much.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a you problem.
So
That's funny. No, I mean, to be fair, I think once you get into adulthood, and I don't think this is good. I don't think we condone this here on the 3 a.m. in the afternoon podcast. But I think once you get into adulthood, a lot of people just don't go to the doctor for
sure.
well over 5
I know,
years.
yeah.
So maybe I don't know. I mean, you're an adult,
Apparently.
and so I don't know. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
frame that he's thinking about. But that's that's quite
You know-
quite the tale.
Yeah. Speaking of being adults,
Sure.
a lot of things have been hitting me lately, and this was another one that sort of really took the wind out of my sails.
Okay.
In a way, is that so? One of my good friends, he's probably listening
Okay.
right now.
And if
In
you
some
not,
sort of
if not,
weird,
yeah.
weird future sort of scenario. But if he's not listening, I'll have a talk with him. Basically, my friend here, he has been in a long-term relationship for a while now.
Oh, congratulations.
Long-term for a while.
Yeah, long-term, yeah.
And
That's
they're
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, long term.
Yeah.
For not very much.
long-term, so about a month. And no, so I think it's about 3 years or so.
Wow.
And there's been some rumblings of marriage and whatnot.
Wow.
And this is a guy that I've known since middle school, basically.
Sure.
And my other friend is talking to me. He said, our friend Jacob, he's looking at rings. He's trying to decide on rings, and just looking into rings to possibly get. And I said, you just made that up. Like, you're not being serious, right? Like you're being funny. Like,
He's not the jewelry type.
he didn't actually, he's not actually doing that, right? It's like, no, he is. So the next day, I'm talking to my friend Jacob, and I'm like, hey, you didn't actually do this, right? And he's like, no, I did.
Right.
And it was like we were actually talking about it quite a bit, and since I figured you will probably be the best man, that and he sort of goes on, and I was like, can we hang on?
Say there's a lot of change happening for me right now, so
yeah, it's like,
I would like to go a little bit slower. Okay.
Kind of back it up a little, like full stop, maybe even put it in reverse.
Yeah. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
You want me? He didn't ask me to be best man, but he said, you'll probably be the best man.
Hey, I mean,
and I was like,
looking at the Vegas odds, you're at the top of the list, but there are other contenders. So.
Yeah, it's not a for sure deal yet, but we're kind of looking at our options here, and we're pretty. And I was like, wow. Well, can I just say I'm honored, but also I'm a little sort of taken aback. I'm sort of like, this is a really sort of adult situation.
It is.
And then I kind of hit me. Oh yeah, I am one of those.
I'm an adult. Yeah.
And I might be a best man like very soon.
Yeah, that's
like
nuts.
Within a few years now. And that was a little kind of shocking to me. But I've already started working on my speech here.
Okay.
I wish I had something to share a little more concrete, but maybe next time I can put something together.
So just kind
preliminary.
I think
just
especially
to feel the waters.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you're at the top of that list, you need to make sure that you're not complacent. You need to make sure that you're constantly kind of showing why you're going to be a good best man.
Kind of standout contestant.
Exactly. So I think
not taking it for granted.
Right. I think that's smart. Kind of writing up a speech to show them what kind of material we're working with here.
Sure.
The quality of work, and I think that's pretty solid for me. I might also put together a speech. Just I'd like to get in the running for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah, it might be a little harder for you. I can send you some details.
Yeah, you said his name was Jacob, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you write that down.
That's all I need.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that's exciting.
It is pretty exciting.
But it is scary for sure.
It's both scary. I would say scarier and more exciting maybe than the people that are gonna get married.
Yeah, exactly.
For me,
this is more. I mean, for me too. Frankly,
it's a huge deal for me. I would say.
Yeah,
that it's like, wow.
I'm right there with you, brother.
It's a huge responsibility. I hope I'm ready for this commitment too.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I know that I definitely would be, Jacob. So I just want to let you know. As far as best man speak, I'm just.
I don't want to exclude you from the running either.
Like, right. I appreciate
that. You'd be good. It's not probably not as nuanced as me, but.
Well, that's okay. It's best versus better.
Before we get a little bit too.
That's excellent, but that is a stark realization. I tell you what, I've been on a bit of an adulting adventure of my own, so to speak. Becoming more adult in that for the past week or so, about a week, I've been house sitting for my brother and sister-in-law while they're away on vacation. So looking after their house, which has been great. As you might imagine, though, I mean, there are a lot of responsibilities that come with that.
Definitely.
My mom is not always here.
And food and
yeah, exactly. I mean, and I've got quite a bit to get into here, but I think for one of those is gardening. I mean, gardening is something that you need to. It is a lot of responsibility. You're dealing with living things. I'm basically a parent. I'm a plant parent.
Yeah.
For about a week and a half, and then I'll see them. Maybe on weekends, it's going to be a tough situation.
Yeah.
But they'll be tough. They'll fight through it.
Not looking forward to that.
But it's particularly important now because they are in a new house, and so these plants are new, and so they're fighting for their lives. Frankly, it's a battlefield out there day in day out. And I tell you what is also a battlefield. There's kind of a sub war going on, which is me versus the gardening hose. It is impossible to wrangle with that thing. I mean, I've pleaded, I've begged. It just does not want to do what I want to do. So frankly, that's kind of like the angsty teenager in this situation.
Sure.
Is the gardening hose, whereas these plants are kind of the newborn babies. It's
Yeah.
kind of a John and K plus 8 situation. I don't know if you're familiar with that. There's a lot of involved parties, but it's Nathan plus hose plus plants. So I tell you what, every single day that I've gone out for gardening is one more day that I've gotten wet. It's impossible. So first of all, I'm used to traditional garden hoses where I don't know what material it's even made out of, but it's kind of stiff. I don't know. It's hose. They've got kind of this fabric-y one, which you would think, this is great. This is incredible. I tell you what it does, though, is there are so many kinks in this hose. It's unbelievable.
Just kink after kink.
It really is. So I have to water these trees, and I'll connect the hose to the spigot, turn it on, and it's probably another 10, 15 minutes before water's coming out the other end, just because I've got to wrangle with this hose. I'm twisting it.
Get that out of there. Come on.
Yeah, sure. Get the water flowing. So that's kind of issue number one. Issue number two is they've got these kind of slow drip bags for the trees so that it kind of goes over time. And when I was kind of doing the onboarding session, so to speak, I was told that you want to fill these up basically until they're until they're depleted, and so it's going to be like 2 days ish, and then you'll refill it.
So can I just ask, what kind of plants are we dealing with here?
So we're dealing with the maple tree. We're dealing with the magnolia tree. No, that's not right. Some other type of tree. We're dealing with different types of bushes.
Lots of bushes. Okay.
Well, boxwood, I think, maybe. We're dealing with...
So you're not sure, basically.
I really don't know. I'm a terrible parent. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I promise I'll be better.
And your name is Billy? Yeah.
Jason. Or wait, Nick? Was it Nick? Or no, wait, no.
No, it's
Brian?
Nathan, right?
Yeah. So we have 2 trees. We've got bushes, and we recently have an influx of sod. So that's exciting. But anyway, so I'm kind of dealing with this slow drip bags.
Sure.
This one it's got like an opening, and it would be nice if it would screw into the hose, but it doesn't. And so I have to hold it there, and look, I'm a strong guy. We've established this. I believe I am stronger than a second grader, but I don't know that I'm strong enough to consistently hold this hose into the bag. It's
just I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Just coming out of this bag, like this hose into this bag, right?
Yeah, frankly, it is embarrassing, but
okay.
These are the learning moments. This is kind of like negative conditioning, or what is that? I don't know. Every time I go out there, I'm getting splashed. I'm getting wet.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of punishment.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's, oh no, I can't do that again. So I think I'll be trained up by the time I leave.
I'm imagining you're kind of like jumping, ready to go, sort of.
I am jumping. I'm jumping
in the garden.
I'm triple jumping. Actually.
Triple jumping even.
All over the shop.
You're like, my ankles.
Yeah.
And then your brother's like, over here we got the magnolia tree.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to use the drip bags just to make sure they get the right amount of water every day.
That's word for word. That's eerie.
Yeah.
It's like he's in the room.
I was there.
Right
I was
now,
there.
Actually.
So, just recounting what I heard.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't hose the tree directly. And over here we've got the bushes. You're gonna want to just apply a light sprinkle of water over the bushes every day. I'm not sure if that's what's going on here.
It was kind of a shower once a week, I think. Is
a shower once a week. Okay, so not what I said. So don't do that.
About as frequent as I shower. No, I'm just kidding. I shower every day. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
So okay, so I think I've got a good picture of what the outside is looking like then.
So that's kind of the big issue on the outside of the house that I've been dealing with. Basically, kind of going along with this parenting group, I think I have a confession to make. Last episode you made a confession. I think it's my turn. It's only right.
Sure.
And Ruby, I've lost a dresser.
You've lost a dresser?
I've lost a dresser.
Wow, that's a huge thing to lose.
It is. It's so massive that, well, okay. I should say, I never had it to begin with, really.
Okay.
But, they obviously, again, they're just moving in, so they're getting this stuff delivered, and they're getting a dresser delivered, and apparently it's large enough that they need this like specific moving company.
Okay.
That is kind of specialized in heavy lifts and whatnot. And so
Gotcha.
they set up the time to, they call it yesterday on like automated voice, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, we're going to be, it was a very lifelike voice. Like, all right, so here's what's going to happen.
Come
all right?
We've come really far.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Technology,
level
man.
with you. We're going to come between noon and 4 p.m. tomorrow, if that sounds all right with you.
Press 1 if that sounds all right.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing that's concerning to me is that I did not have any input on this call. Frankly, I wasn't even going to take the call, but I was like, all right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
And it was a very one-sided relationship for that, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, 5 minutes. Maybe
A lot of
that's
taking,
way too
not
long.
a lot of giving.
I initially was going to say 15 minutes, but that's certainly not it. 5 is also too long. But yeah, like 2 minutes or so. Very one-sided. And they're texting me. They can't get enough of me, frankly. They're texting me. They're like, all right.
More Nate?
Like,
Yeah.
okay, slow it down. We haven't
We
even met
just
in person yet. They say, we're going to deliver between noon and 4 tomorrow. I'm like, all right,
Sure.
that sounds great. That sounds immaculate. Funnily enough, my schedule is largely free from noon to 4 tomorrow.
Largely free.
Well, yeah. I may or may not have a podcasted session that was scheduled, but we pushed that back. It wasn't really that big of a deal. So today, as it so happens, noon comes, 1 p.m. comes, 2 p.m. comes, 3 p.m. comes. I think you get the role. You
Starting to
get the
wonder
gist.
where
what's
these guys
going on.
are.
Yeah, I am. And the other thing is that they said they were going to text me 30 minutes before they came, kind of give me time to get
Sure.
ready, get into something nice, so that they can take
Starting
me
to
out.
think,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
these guys found a different empty house to go.
Yeah, I mean,
something
frankly,
into.
it was a lot of talk up front. I was a lot of getting my hopes up, and now I've been ghosted. And I'm kind of going through some emotional trauma from that, frankly,
Okay.
because I was really looking
Well,
forward
I'm glad
to
we're
this.
talking about it now, so that you can
Yeah,
sort of get it off
exactly.
your chest.
I mean, this is sort of kind of a therapy session for me.
Sure.
I was really looking forward to being with them. Let's call it what it was. It was a date. It was on the calendar. It was scheduled. And where are they at? What, did you find someone else better? Huh? Are you sending these automated calls to everyone that you can? Huh?
Just all over the place.
Texting out the wazoo. Do you have unlimited text messages? Probably do.
They probably do.
Probably do. Making the most
If
of
they
those.
have an automated phone system, I'm willing to bet that they do.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. They didn't give me a number to call back, which should have been red flag number 1. They just gave me an email. I mean, no one's emailing these days. I don't know what I thought was coming from this, but yeah, they just had so much swagger, and
Yeah.
they had a lot of game, and I fell for it, and so I'm pretty distressed.
So I'm kind of thinking there's 3 things that might have happened here.
Okay.
Is that, first thing is that kind of what we were saying, like they found someone else to move in.
Found someone better.
Someone
Found someone to
better.
move in with. Yeah.
Yeah, someone they'd been talking for a while, and they're like, okay, maybe you should get a key to the house now. And that sort of took up their 12 to 4 time slot,
Yeah.
maybe.
Someone else provided kind of a second toothbrush situation.
Yeah.
Their own dresser. That's
Exactly.
I mean, they're bringing the dresser actually. So
Yeah, so
it's kind of moving quickly.
and yeah, the second thing that happened is these guys aren't legit. They just took that dresser and just ran with it.
I mean, I am
They ran
wondering.
with it. They didn't look back. They
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we'll pick up this dresser for you, deliver it right to your house. No questions asked." And you certainly didn't ask any questions. And so,
So this is perfect. This sounds great.
yeah, this guy's a sucker.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna expect this.
Yeah. Didn't think about that.
Third possibility, which I'm thinking is pretty unlikely, is they're just lost track of time and couldn't deliver the.
I mean,
the dresser
actually though,
that day.
I think that might be it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just so unsure because they apparently this was like the only time slot that was available. That's what Shelby was telling me, and so
Shelby is your sister-in-law.
She is. You're a pretty bright
Thank
kid.
you.
Very
I just
astute.
context clues, and
Yeah.
so
Apparently this is their only time available. So I'm like, I don't know when this is going to come down on me. All right, so
sure. Yeah, it's like you're
I'm
putting
sure-
all
I'm sure
this
they'll come.
responsibility on me.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking the fall for this. All right.
Say, look, hey, Ryan Ruby, you guys told me that he was going to take care of it. So,
My friend Ryan said that he was gonna move the dresser in for me. So
but
talk to him.
Anyway, so that's kind of been on my mind.
A little stressor for you.
If I seem kind of down in the dumps,
You
that's
seem
why.
a little on edge
Yeah.
when I didn't want to say
Yeah, on
anything
edge.
when we
So are they coming?
when we
I'm checking
got
my
on the
phone
call,
constantly. Yeah.
and you seem a little nervous there. I didn't want to bring it up, but
Yeah.
since you did,
Yeah. Say.
I'll talk about it.
Oh, what's this? Oh, I just got a Snapchat from them. That's weird.
That's not what. Whoa.
Say.
Okay.
Say, come over. Come over. I miss you.
Come on, come over. We have a dresser.
Say, that was not the arrangement.
Well, hopefully it gets figured out. I know it's always hard to lose a dresser. So
It is always. You never think it's gonna happen to you, but
you don't.
yeah.
And so I would say that I hope that gets delivered for you pretty soon here.
Thank you. I appreciate the well wishes.
Yep, no problem.
Well, I think that's all the time we've got. We're very restricted on time. We've got strict schedules. Okay, people. We can't do this all day. We can't. Do
I've
this
got
all
places
night.
to be.
3 a.m.
at
in the
3 a.m.
afternoon is kind of a
Yeah.
restricted period. So we're gonna cut episode 2 there. This has actually been in the same recording session as episode 1 this whole
That's
time.
right. So all the feedback you gave on episode 1, just we have not read.
Yeah,
any.
fell on blind ears. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Deaf ears. Anyway, I still have stuff to talk about in my notes here.
But I said
Riveting
no.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. Ruby is all drained out. No, we're gonna save that for episode 3, which will also be a different recording time. But I guess I'll just leave you all with the teaser for episode 3, something to look forward to. Something that's happened for like a month now. And by the time this episode gets out, it'll be even more. But something to look forward to is Frat Night at the Rodeo. That's Frat Night at the Rodeo.
See
Get
you
ready.
in
It's
episode
exciting.
3.
I'll see y'all later. Ruby, I'll see you later. All right, Nathan, it's time to wake up. It's Monday, and today is your first day on the SIBO internship. So, gotta wake up, get out of bed, and crush the day.